quite enjoyed Survivor Series War Games. I've seen a lot of discourse online of people really not liking it, but I enjoyed it. So let's talk about it. There were only 4 matches for the night. I think it was like 2.5 hours long, 3 hours. I don't know. Don't quote me. I could look. I'm not going to. It was 4 matches, and I really enjoyed it. We started the night off with the women's War Games match, and it was really good. I liked it. With the face team, we had Alexa and Charlotte, and Io and AJ Lee, and Miss Rhea Ripley. And the heel team, we had Lash Legend and Nia Jax, and Asuka and Kairi Sane and Becky Lynch. And I think they delivered. I think they did really well. I will say Rhea takes the cake for gear of the night. Hands down, she looked incredible. The Terrifier inspired gear, chef's kiss. Honestly, whoever made that, brilliant work. You nailed it, and I loved every second of it. She even came out with the trash bag. It was beautiful. Anyway, they all looked good, but Rhea, best gear of the night. There was a couple of times where slip-ups happened, but they recovered well, and I think they did a really good job. I didn't catch it live, but I did see online when Io went up and did her trash can thing that she is notorious for. If you watch it back, I see what y'all are saying. I do. I didn't catch it live, so it doesn't bump me quite as bad. But yeah, while she's up there getting her trash can handed to her by AJ Lee on Rhea's shoulders, which was a cute moment. The heel team is down in the ring. They're all down, but as they're handing her trash can, they all kind of get up and just like stand in the middle to get ready to catch her, which, yeah, I get it. It's a little too choreographed at that point. But again, I didn't see it live. I didn't notice it. It didn't bump me, so I thought it was good. If you don't look too hard at it, it's really good. It doesn't bother me as much. Maybe I would have a different opinion if I did see it live, and I'm like, well, that's strange. Like, why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense, obviously. But it was good. She did a whole flip in that trash can. It was a pretty decent match. I think they all did a very good job. When AJ Lee came out, Becky held the door so she couldn't get in, so AJ Lee ended up climbing over, and she did accidentally kick the door, and so it flew open, and it was really nice to see like Asuka kind of run and like grab her leg, one, to make sure she's okay, and it looked like she was fighting her. But like I said, just a little couple mishaps, but nothing too serious. We'll circle back to that moment of Becky holding the door, AJ climbing over. We'll come back to that in a little bit. But overall, match was good. AJ Lee ended up making Becky tap out. So I'm assuming they are building something between those two, most likely to WrestleMania is my guess. Which I don't hate. I don't hate at all. AJ Lee wasn't very, what's the word, active in that. She didn't really do much. So they're very slow building her, it feels like. Really, she just ran in, climbed over, and then was on Rhea's shoulders. I'm sure she did something in between there. I just don't feel like she was very present in the match, but I could be misremembering. Those were just her highlights of climbing over and then handing Io her trash can. The babyface team did end up winning, like I said. AJ tapped out Becky. I assumed the babyface team was going to win, and they did. It was a good match. Overall, no complaints. Besides that one moment, but again, I didn't see it live, so I'm not going to complain about it. Next, we had Dom versus Cena. I enjoyed that match. I really, really did. I think John Cena did a wonderful job of putting so many people over. He even put over the girls. He put over Raquel and Roxanne, put over JD and Finn, even though he did end up taking out JD and Finn. They still got a moment in the ring with John Cena. And then, you know, Dom wins again, took his IC belt back. It was so good. You know, Dom faked an injury, because of course he did. I almost fell for it, but I wasn't going to buy it. He did a really good job on a botched landing. But that's when Raquel and Roxanne delivered their moves to Cena to weaken him a little bit. But he comes back in. He gets a 619 and a frog splash. And then the ref, like, didn't count, which was weird to me, right? Like, that was a weird moment. You want to talk about a crooked ref, Becky Lynch. That man was a crooked ref. Like, he was yelling at him about faking his injury. I don't know. I don't get it. I've never seen a ref do that before. They only really yell when people get involved. But like I said, Raquel and Roxanne both got involved. JD and Finn both got involved. Liv Morgan got involved. To be fair, during Liv's, the ref was out. And so was during JD and Finn's. Then he was distracted, I guess. So he didn't see all of the interferences, but got upset because Dom faked his injury. Anyway, Dom should have had the count, but the ref wasn't counting, is what I'm trying to say. John Cena actually ends up taking the ref out on accident. He hits him with his shoulder, you know, that jump he does. Took out the ref and then tried to submit Dom, but of course no one was there. That's when JD and Finn Balor ran out. John Cena took on both of them at the same time, came out on top. But the biggest event of the night, one that I didn't even see coming, I thought for sure we weren't going to see her until Royal Rumble. But Liv Morgan is back, and it was so good. She came out, and it appeared that she was going to be against Dom. She hit him. The hit was a little high, but she hit Dom, and then she turned around and acted all lovey to John Cena. She even hugged John Cena, but she Cena'd Cena. She did the crazy face look before she low blowed him and helped Dom get the win. It's just full circle. It's full circle. We all remember when Cena turned on Cody. That infamous moment of the face drop and the scowl. And it's so good to see Liv be able to do that to John Cena. I thought it was good. I thought John Cena did exactly what he needed to. He didn't look weak, in my opinion. Like I said, he took on JD and Finn at the same time, so he didn't look weak. He put over so many people. Dom got the title back, because like, what's Cena gonna do? Did you want him to lose it on his last match? Because I just don't see him winning his last match either, if they're trying to put somebody over. Or have Gunther be the legend retirer, whatever the hell they're doing. I don't know. I would like to see John Cena go out on a win, but I don't think he's going to. Anyway, I think it happened the way it needed to, and I am A-okay with it. I thought it was a really good match, really good moment for everybody. Everybody got time in the ring with John, and I think that's really cool, and they probably all really enjoyed it. I think it was just a cool moment for all of them to be able to do that, especially with it being John Cena's penultimate match, time in the ring, time with the WWE. We have one more show with John Cena, and then it's over. Saturday night's main event, December 13th. It's been a crazy year, but I think that match did exactly what it needed to. It gave Dom the belt back. It took the belt off Cena in such a good way that didn't make him look weak. It's just there was so much cheating. Everybody had to come help Dom win. Dom could not do that on his own. So Raquel, Roxanne, JD, Finn, and Liv had to come help Dom defeat John Cena. I loved it. After that match, however, was Stephanie Valkyrie and Nikki Bella, which I will be brutally honest, I did not really care about, so I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to, which is such a bummer because I do like Stephanie. You'll see in the next video, I don't care about this story at all. I think it was just fumbled almost from the get-go. They started well, but it got fumbled in there, and I didn't really care about it. It was a match. It was a wrestling match. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad for me personally. But it was just a wrestling match. Stephanie did obviously retain the title like we thought she would. The girls did a good job. Stephanie got a couple of different devil's kisses in. She did one on the announcer's table, which I noticed she didn't touch the Spanish table. So I wonder if there's a reason for that, because usually that's the table they go to. But she did the devil's kiss on the American announce table. Then she did her corkscrew moonsault, and she got the win, which, you know, I think we all saw coming. It was a wrestling match that happened at Survivor Series War Games. I'm sorry, I don't have much to say about that one. The next video will explain why. They both looked good. That's really all I can say. They both looked good. After that match was the main event, which was the men's War Games match. Again, it kind of started off slow for me, but it really picked up. On the babyface team, we had Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Jey and Jimmy Uso. And on the heel side, we had Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, I always forget him, and Brock Lesnar. I'm not gonna lie, when Brock came out and just kind of annihilated everyone, one, it made sense. Two, I was just... I was a little worried. I thought for a split second that Brock was going to just annihilate everyone. And once Roman came out, like it would be over very quickly, essentially. But I'm glad they didn't do that. They didn't do that at all, actually. Brock got his moment. He did suplex everyone. A couple of them looked a little dangerous to me, but he suplexed everyone. He delivered F5s. He had his moment. And then Roman Reigns came out, and he was waiting. That was a really cool moment. They fought outside of the cage for a little bit, and they both had their moments. Roman Reigns delivered a few Superman punches, and then Brock threw him on the Spanish announce table at the end of the night and broke that. And then the match started, and overall, it was a decent match. There was a couple of moments in there, though, with two different people that it was kind of like heelish moments. The first one was Cody Rhodes and his moment with the ref. Like, Cody got heated. So that's interesting. I don't know if it's dipping their toes in or just kind of laying the groundwork for the future. We'll see. But that moment happened. And then the second one was Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns took rewind. Paul Heyman gave Logan Paul his brass knuckles, because of course he did. He gave it to him through the cage. And then Roman Reigns took the brass knuckles off of Logan and put them on himself, Superman punched Bronson Reed and another person, I think Drew McIntyre, but he used them, essentially. He used the brass knuckles. That's pretty heelish to me. And then he was going to spear Brock Lesnar. Jay was like picking up Brock Lesnar, telling Roman to take him out. Was going to spear him into the table, but Brock Lesnar ended up picking up Jay on his shoulders, but Roman still speared him while he was holding Jay through the table. So I don't know which one's going to turn heel, because at the end of the match, it was that face-off between Roman, Cody, and CM Punk. Not face-off, but Roman helped CM Punk up. He kind of more faced off with Cody. So are they teasing another Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns match at WrestleMania? It's feeling like it. It's appearing so. But after, like, who's going to be the heel? Which one's going to turn? My fingers are crossed for Cody. I am still holding out for Cody Lander. And I feel like there's some things he's been doing that are pretty freaking heelish to me, but we'll see. That's kind of what they're hinting at, I'm assuming. But we got a few months until WrestleMania, so I guess we'll find out. Overall, it was a pretty decent match. Braun Breaker looked green. A lot of people talked about that. Drew McIntyre looked a little green too. I'm assuming it was their tanner. We all know Braun Breaker wears a lot of self-tanner, so must have reacted with the lights weird. I don't know. It just looked a little off. But Braun Breaker also did that silly thing where he puts his straps back on to take them back off. It's never not funny. I get a kick out of it. Trying to think of anything else big that happened. No returns. So my predictions, I was right about all of the matches. The Babyface Women's War Games team won. Dom won. Stephanie won. And the heel team in the Men's War Games match won. I was not correct about the returns, though. I thought for sure we would see Jacob Fatu maybe, or Randy Orton. I really thought we'd see Randy Orton because they have been teasing for months now. It's got to be at least a year now of Randy Orton eyeing Cody's belt. So I don't know if they're going to do anything with that. But I mean, they've been doing that for so long. If they just drop that, I might crash out because you can't do it that many times and just have it go nowhere. So I was really surprised that Randy Orton didn't come back during that and either turn on Cody or attack Cody, turn heel or something. But we got Liv back. Liv returned, which was a huge shock to me. I was not expecting her back this year at all. I was like, we'll probably see her at the Royal Rumble. That's probably when she'll make her return, her grand return. But somebody mentioned in my chat, which was a good point, that since Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia this next year, it might be a little hard to have surprise returns or anything. So maybe that's why they did it early. But I don't know. It's great to see her back. I have missed her a lot. I'm excited to see where they go. She's back with Dom for now. I don't know if they're going to bring up the whole Roxanne thing or if they're scrapping that, pretending like that didn't really happen. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes. And then at the end of the men's match, we had a completely dressed head to toe black mask. Just you couldn't see anything. He climbed up over and super kicked CM Punk, of all people, and then stomped CM Punk, which I don't think it's Seth Rollins. I almost did, but I'm like, there's no way. Like, if it was Seth Rollins, I feel like we would know. He would have taken his mask off. Burn It Down probably would have played if it was Seth Rollins, but he stomped. So they're trying to misdirect or mislead, or maybe just whoever that is being directed by Seth Rollins. But he stomped CM Punk and then left. And then that's how the heel team won. No idea. The running theory is Austin Theory, which I'm kind of leaning that way too, but I don't know. It's fun to speculate sometimes, but I genuinely don't know who it is. It appears like it could be Austin Theory. I don't know where that's gonna go, really. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that doesn't like excite me. Like, it'll be good to see Austin Theory back, I guess, but to me it doesn't really make sense he joins the Vision. I don't know why they're adding another person to it. Like, obviously Logan Paul, I never thought he was part of the Vision. I think he's just an opportunist and realized he couldn't beat them, so if you can't beat him, join him, kind of thing. Well, I guess to replace Seth Rollins, I don't know. I'm thinking about this in real time. I'm just trying to work it out in my brain. So I'm guessing to replace Seth Rollins or something. But maybe whoever this is a mole for Seth Rollins. I don't know. I'm hoping we find out very soon. This is going to go up after Raw, but I'm hoping we find out on Raw tonight, which would be yesterday. But I guess we'll find out. Hopefully soon. Hopefully they don't drag it out and then lose all the plot. I don't know. But that was also something exciting. I think a few other names thrown out for the masked figure was Dean Ambrose, which I'm not familiar with him. I know he's on AEW. I would be very shocked if he came back for that, but you never know. Again, I don't know why he would go after CM Punk. Maybe because of the title. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate too much on that because I don't know all the history there with that. Who was another one? Someone brought up R-Truth or something because that would be silly. Maybe Trick. I think Trick Williams' name was thrown out. Tony D's name was thrown out too. But I think a lot of people are leaning toward Austin Theory. But like I said, we'll find out and we'll see where it goes from here, I suppose. And if Seth Rollins is a part of it in any way, if that person's a mole for him, I don't know. But it happened, so we'll see. Circling back now to, remember AJ Lee climbed over and Becky held the door. They did the same exact thing in the men's. Drew McIntyre held the door when Cody came, and Cody just climbed over. I feel like they're doing that a lot now, like just doing the same exact thing. But I don't know why they made that decision, but they did. So I guess just to utilize the cage, I guess. But Jay sure did. They ran it back. They ran Jay's entrance back, because of course they did. I was almost hoping they wouldn't, not because I didn't want to see it, but I'm tired of everyone complaining about Jay. I'm tired of all of the nastiness towards Jay. It's okay if you're not a fan. It absolutely is, but some people are they're just mean and nasty, and I don't like to see it. I'm a fan of Jay. He didn't have a long entrance, which people were saying, at least in my chat, they were saying that he was going to have a long entrance, which he didn't, to be fair. But they did run it back after taking everyone out, so it didn't like disrupt anything. But oh my word, Jay was rocking hard on top of that cage. My goodness. I noticed it at the last second and it cracked me up. And Brock Lesnar's music cut it off and cut everyone off. But I also missed, I don't know if you saw, but CM Punk had a chair in his hands and he was like attacking somebody with it, but then he started playing the air guitar on the chair, which was funny. So they were all kind of in on it. The crowd seemed to be into it. And honestly, the run it back for me, sometimes they do it a lot, but the crowd always seems to enjoy it. So it's really not for us here at home. It's more for the people at the show, I think. And I think people are way too hard on it. But again, your opinion is valid. Just please try not to be nasty about it. There's no sense in being really mean or nasty about any of that. So it's okay to have an opinion and it's okay to not like something, but be careful. Be nice about it. Oh yeah. Braun Breaker had a nasty landing as well. He was up on someone's shoulders and then got taken out and he like landed right on his head, like right on his neck. He initially looked like it hurt, but he finished the match. I haven't heard anything since, so I'm assuming he's okay, but it looked pretty nasty. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I would love to know what you think of it. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if your predictions were correct, or if you saw Liv Morgan returning, which I did not. I would love to know. Try to be as kind as you can with your opinions. Even if you didn't like it, it's okay that you didn't like it, but just be mindful of what you say and how you say it. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.